Hello, I'm Catherine Corp.
And I'm Kimberly Corp.
We're the owners of Pilates on Fifth here in Manhattan and the creators of Pilates on Fifth online.com. Today we have a very quick, short stretching sequence for you that you can do after a workout, particularly after a mat workout. That really loosens the hips and loosens the muscles. We have one on the site that has a lot of lunges. This is more seated stretches. So let's get started. We'll sit cross-legged and we'll just take our right ear to our right shoulder and bring it up like you're tossing a ball in space. Left ear to left shoulder and bring it up, and right ear to the right shoulder and bring it up. This is a great little stretching sequence to do after you finish a hard Pilates mat workout. One more time each way, which we did earlier. And down. And now from this side, just roll through center and back to the right. And then roll through center. We're not going to take it back. And then roll through to the right and roll through to the left. So now let's take both our feet to the right side. Here, we're going to reach our left arm overhead and just do a little baby side bend to the right. You should be feeling the stretch in your left side here and in your left hip. And come up just a little bit and then go into it again. And over. Think length, not depth, if you will. Depth meaning going all the way over. And length. And coming up. Two more. And lengthen, 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 lengthen. We're easing into the hip stretches. One more time. And lengthen. And let's do the other side. So just swing those little legs around. Here. Now we reach the left arm up, right arm up, excuse me, and over. You'll find that one side's tighter than the other. I'm not saying that for any reason in particular. And over. And again, you want to feel the feeling of length here. So you feel a stretch here. And over. And up. Two more. Over. And coming up. Again, think length, not squishing. So you still want some length on this side. Over. And coming up. Lovely. Let's go ahead and put the soles of our feet together. So little butterfly, and then just little bounces. Little tiny bounces. Not ballistic bounces, just little bounces here. And then from here, just lean forward. And then with your elbows, just kind of press your little knees down. Feel the tightness, and well, you might feel tightness in your lower back. I certainly do. Leaning over. So from here, take your right leg, put your right heel in line with your left hip, and vice versa. And you put your left ankle on top of your right knee. Doesn't matter which one, just stack it up. The goal is to get this knee down to the ankle. So you want to sit nice and tall. And now in this position, take your left arm overhead and side bend in that position. Try not to let all your weight rock this way. Try to keep that hip anchored down and coming up, and then go to the other side. And now the right hip stays anchored down. One more time each way. And left hip is anchored down. And up. And other side. Over. And up. And then from here, do a little forward bend too. Go gingerly into this one. And then from this one, kind of angle your body to one side and to the other. It's like you're kind of like scanning the area. And do this at your own pace. That's why we're not cueing it. But you'll feel a little tightness in your thoracolumbar fascia, and you can release it a little bit here. Good. And just one more pass. Right. And hopefully, if you're like the two of us, you'll notice that your knee has just gotten a little bit closer to your ankle. So gravity is doing its work. So you never want to force it down. That's not good. Bodies typically don't like that. Alrighty then, we're going to do the other side. And so now we're stacking our right ankle on our left knee. And the other leg is down, so this side's a little bit tighter on me. You'll see there's a little bit more distance here. And same thing, we will take the right arm overhead, excuse me, and over, and bring it up, and other side, over, anchoring the opposite hip down. Good, one more time each way. So make sure that right hip stays anchored down. You don't want the little teeter-totter to go. And up, and over, and coming up. And then leaning forward. Think that you're trying to grow length out of the top of your spine. You're not just crunching over like this. You want to lengthen over. So you'll feel it in your hips here, your piriformis, your external rotators, glute medius as well, and then scanning the area. So go a little bit to one side and then to the other side. So feel free to like hang out in the place where you have a little bit more tension. This is not competitive stretching. This is just to release and feel good. Sometimes when exercises are hard, we use some muscles that we don't necessarily need to use, and those are sometimes the ones that get a little angry and tight. And reach, and one more pass in each direction, which I think makes it even. We might have done one more pass on this side. And reach, and then leaning forward again. And now back to the first configuration, kind of. So our right leg is down. Now we want to stack our knees on top of one another. That's an image. That's your goal. If you can't get them there, that's totally fine. And we still want our sit bones down as well. So I'm a little bit askew there. I'm closer now. And then from here, lean forward. So this is going to get even deeper into the piriformis. Breathing there. And now, while you're leaning forward, just take a look to the right. And then take a look to the left. And take a look to the right. And take a look to the left. Breathing, of course. And one more time each way. And right. And left. And then come out of it. And we're going to switch. This side's a lot tighter. So here we go, leaning forward, breathing into it.
I'm not there yet.
If you can't get the knees,
Okay.
I know, me too. If you can't get the knees stacked, that's totally okay. Try to get both sit bones down. One more breath here. Think of lengthening through that spine, keep the abs in. And now we're going to look to the left first. Look to the left, and then look to the right. And look to the left, and look to the right, and look to the left. And look to the right, and one more time, look left, and look right. Coming out of that, now from here, just take your legs and open them as wide as you can, comfortably. Coming forward, trying to sit tall, kind of wiggle out the stuff in your hips, and from here, place your hands on the floor in front of you. Support with your arms. We're not asking you to go over without holding on. And with a straight back, lean forward as much as you can. It's much more important that you keep your back straight as opposed to getting your chest all the way down. So pressing forward, and then you can just come out of it a little bit. You can wiggle your hips a little bit here too, pressing forward and releasing. Now if you're comfortable here, you can place your hands down. But the main thing is that you want to breathe. This is a nice forward bend to relieve a lot of tension. I find it releases a lot of tension in my thoracolumbar fascia. And we'll stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on up. And now we'll take the left arm overhead, and we'll take a side bend to the right. So again, don't crunch here. Think of reaching, 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 reaching. If you're super flexible, you may be able to grab your toe, and that's great. But we want you to keep both shoulders facing the screen. And now let's go to the other side. Yes, mic packs can make a huge impediment there. Reaching over. Again, think of reaching length. It's more important that you reach long instead of bending your elbow and trying to touch your toe. And then to see how my sit bone has crept up, don't let that happen. Put it back down. And we'll do one more time each way. So anchor that left sit bone as you side bend to the right. Really feel the stretch. You can feel it here and you can feel it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up and over. And now anchor the right sit bone as you side bend to the left. Anchor it down. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up. From here, bring the legs together. Keep the feet relaxed first. Nice straight back, holding on, supporting with your abs, and just lean forward here. Now, if you can come forward a lot, go ahead and do that, but you don't want to have your back really, really round. You want to have as straight a back as possible. Now from here, it's kind of weird. You're going to walk back. Do you have room to walk backwards? Yes. You're going to walk back. So you're going to take your right butt cheek and walk it back a little bit and feel that stretch. And now you're going to take your left butt cheek and walk it back. Feel a little stretch there. And then walk the right back and walk the left back. One more time each way, and walk the right back and walk the left back. And then fold over, and we're going to hold it there for 10. Think length. 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't get too excited because we're not done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last but not least, from there, see if you can keep your chest as close to your knees as possible. Flex your feet. Grab here. And see if you can, oh, can you put your little elbows on the ground and then hold it there for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to straighten those knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax over once again. And then roll up with abdominal support. And unless Kimberly has anything she wants to add, I think we're finished with our little stretch sequence.